Hello and good morning, boys and girls. It is Miss Olvera here for week 3, day 3 of our daily read out louds. Now, today I will be reading, Monday I read chapters 1 and 2 of Miss Joni is a Phony. On Tuesday, I read chapters 3 and 4. So today is Wednesday, and I am reading chapters 5 and 6. Okay, so I hope you're watching these videos in order to make sure you are getting the story in the correct order. Okay, so we're going to get started. So this is chapter 5. It is called Fabulo. Fabulo. It says, ready? After Miss Joni took the school picture, we had to go back to our classroom and wait to be called for our class picture. Now remember, he didn't want to take his picture. He hated picture day. So Mr. Cooper said that we could sit at our desk and talk to each other as long as we used our inside voices. That makes no sense at all. My voice is the same wherever I am. So I took a sheet of paper from my desk and I drew a picture of a rocket ship. Alexia, she read a book on skateboarding. Andrea and Emily, they took mirrors out of Andrea's suitcase and they started fussing with their hair. Maybe Miss Joni will notice me, Andrea whispered as she put some girly gunk on her face. It would be exciting to be a model. Ugh, I really wanted to say something mean about Andrea's face, but it's hard to say mean stuff with an inside voice. Finally, after we sat there for like 1,100,000 hours, an announcement, it came over the loudspeaker. Attention, Mr. Cooper's class. Please report to the gym to have your class picture taken. So we lined up in size order and we walked to the gym. Oh, my hair's out of order. Okay, sorry. We walked to the gym. A plain white backboard was on the wall in the corner and there were seats in front of it for the class to sit on. Miss Joni had 2 big umbrellas set on either side. That was weird. Do you think it's going to rain inside the gym? Ryan asked her. No, silly, said Miss Joni. The umbrellas are here to bounce the lights on you and to make you look fabulous. So Miss Joni told us to sit down. There was a sign that said, Mr. Cooper's 3rd grade class. So we had to sit boy, girl, so we wouldn't sit next to anybody that we liked. Mr. Cooper, he stood next to the class. This is going to be fabulous, said Miss Joni. Are you kids ready? Yes, said all the girls. No, said all the boys. Miss Joni pushed a button and flash whoosh, went off. The light bounced off the umbrellas. Snap! That's fabulous, Miss Joni said. Now tilt your heads to the right. Snap! Psh, a little to the left. Psh, chins up. Psh, not that far. Don't squint. Psh, keep your cheeks down. Psh, hands to your sides. Psh, cross your feet at the ankles. Psh, look at me. Psh, now look over my head. Psh. Keep your hands folded in front of you, like this, folded in front of you. Psh. Sit perfectly still. Psh. Fabulous! Miss Joni went on like that for 1,100,000 minutes. Finally, she put the camera down. You are fabulous, said Miss Joni, who probably says that to everybody. You can go back to class now. We will shoot your personal pictures after the class pictures are done. So we lined up in a single file to go back to our classroom. I was just about to walk out the door when the weirdest thing in the history of the world happened. Miss Joni came running over to me. Excuse me, she said. What is your name, young man? Oh, my hair. Sorry, boys and girls. Miss Olvera's bun. Okay, sorry. Okay, so Miss Joni came running over to me. Excuse me, she said. What is your name, young man? Who, me? I asked. My name is AJ. Not anymore, said Miss Joni. From now on, your name is Fabulo. What? Miss Joni was looking at me really weird. You're perfect, she said, walking around. You have the look. Huh? I asked. What look? Miss Joni picked up her camera and then she started taking pictures of me. There's a picture. AJ's like, what? I've been waiting my whole life to find a young man who looks like you, she said. And here you are. You are fabulous. I'm going to make you a star. Andrea had on her mean face. Star? I asked. Well, what are you going to do to me? She's going to make you into a male model, dude, Ryan told me. Oh, no, not just a model, said Miss Joni. Fabula will be the first male superstar. But I don't want to be a supermodel, I told Miss Joni. You were born to be Fabula, she replied as she took more pictures of me. There's no point in fighting it. Just look at those cheekbones. They're so perfect. I covered my cheeks with my hands. But, everybody was giggling at me because I said but, which sounds like the word butt, like B-U-T-T, even though it's missing a T. Dude, being the first male supermodel will probably pay big bucks, Michael told me, and all you have to do is pose for some dumb pictures. This could pay your college education. But I don't want to get a college education, I protested. You could build a skate park with the money, Ryan told me, or a video game arcade, and you'll be able to buy whatever you want, man. Well, how much money are we talking about? AJ asked. Hundreds, said Michael. Thousands, said Ryan. Millions, said Miss Joni. Bazillions, said Neil. I don't even know if bazillions is a real number. We've never learned that in math. Andrea was standing there the whole time with her arms crossed. That's not fair, she said. Arlo doesn't even want to be a model. But Miss Joni wasn't paying any attention to Andrea. She couldn't stop staring at me and taking pictures. What do you say? She asked me. Do you want to be Fabulo, the first male supermodel? Or do you want to be just some plain old boring kid? I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I had to think fast. This could be like the hardest decision of my life. And I could go on being a normal kid, or I could become the first male supermodel in the history of the world. Man, I was concentrating so hard that my head started to hurt. Finally, I decided I could make bazillions. I could make Andrea jealous. All I had to do was let Miss Joni take some dumb pictures of me. I'll do it, I said. I am Fabulo. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 5. We are going to chapter 6. Here we go. It's called the vomitorium. Vomitorium? It was lunchtime, so we had to go to the vomitorium. Welcome to Cafe Lagrange, said our lunch lady, Miss Lagrange. What can I get you for lunch today? I'll have spaghetti with lots of tomato sauce, said Ryan. I'll have macaroni and cheese, said Michael. I'll have a sloppy Joe sandwich, said Andrea. How about you, AJ? Said Miss Lagrange. Would you like some peas today? No, thank you, I told her. I don't like peas. Oh, come on, she said. Give peas a chance. Then she started singing that dumb song she always sings. All we are saying is give peas a chance. Miss Lagrange is strange. One time, she wrote a secret message in the mashed potatoes. I looked at the other dishes and that Miss Lagrange had prepared. Beef and bean burritos, sloppy Joe sandwiches, chili surprise, chocolate pudding, pickle chips, applesauce, tater tots. It all looked disgusting. Luckily, my mom packed a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for me. So I just bought a carton of milk, and we found a table that was empty. The guy who thought of putting peanut butter and jelly together was a genius, I told everybody. That guy should win the Nobel Prize. It could have been a lady, Arlo, said Andrea, who still had on her mean face. Andrea was right. A lady could have invented the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but I wasn't about to admit that to Andrea. So I'm excited that you're going to be the first male supermodel, AJ, said Alexia. You'll get to walk down the runway and everything. While the planes are taking off? I asked. That sounds dangerous. Not that kind of runway, dumbhead, Andrea said, rolling her eyes. I can't believe you're going to be a supermodel and you don't know what a runway is. You're just being mean to me because you're jealous that Miss Joni picked me to be a supermodel instead of you, I told Andrea. I'm not jealous, Andrea shouted. R2, R2D2, C3PO. We went on like that for a while. And Andrea, she knew I was right, but she didn't want to admit it. Hey, said Neil, how about we play football on the playground during recess? Sure, said Ryan. Count me in, said Alexia. Great idea, said Michael. I'm not in the mood, I said. Everybody looked at me. What's the matter, AJ? Asked Alexia. I just don't want to play football today, I told her. But you love playing football, Ryan said. What's the matter, dude? Okay, I admitted. Miss Joni is going to be doing a photo shoot with me this afternoon, and I don't want to get my hair all messed up. Everybody started laughing at me, even though I didn't think I said anything funny. Are you kidding, AJ? Asked Neil. You're really afraid of messing your hair up? How about we play on the monkey bars instead? Suggested Alexia. Yeah, said Ryan and Michael. The monkey bars are cool. You guys go ahead, I said. I'll stay in here, and if I fell off the monkey bars, I might damage my face. If I broke a cheekbone, my mail modding career would be over. Oh, come on, AJ, said Michael. You're not going to break a cheekbone. Not today, guys, I said. Sorry. Now, Andrea wasn't the only one who had on a mean face. Everybody was looking at me with mean faces. You've changed, man, said Ryan. You're not the same AJ that I used to know. Yeah, said Michael. Ever since you became the first male supermodel, you're no fun anymore. What? I said. I'm not even a supermodel yet. It's only a matter of time, said Alexia. You're all full of yourself now. Well, of course I was full of myself. I was entirely made up of me. I had to be full of myself. I couldn't very well be full of somebody else. I remember the good old days when you were cool, AJ, said Ryan. You're not cool anymore. What? Nobody says I'm not cool. I'm like the coolest kid ever. It wasn't fair. My best friends had suddenly turned against me, and this was the worst thing to happen since TV turn-off week. I felt a sudden rage building up inside. I don't know what has come over me. I couldn't control myself, so I did the only thing I could do under the circumstances. I picked up Ryan's plate of spaghetti and I dumped it over his head. And for a second, everybody was in shock. Tomato sauce was dripping down Ryan's ears. Oh, snap, said Ryan. You can't do that to my friend, Michael shouted, and then he took his macaroni and cheese and pushed it into my face. There, he said, you don't look like a supermodel now. That wasn't very nice, said Andrea. She threw her sloppy Joe at Michael, but he ducked and hit Emily instead, and she started yelling and screaming and shrieking and hooting and hollering. Food fight, someone shouted. I'm not sure what happened after that. Things got out of control, and the next thing we knew, the air was filled with flying food. And then some second grader, he went and he threw some chili surprise, and then a beef burrito at my head with chocolate pudding, and then it was raining tater tots and flying pickles. Somebody got the salt and pepper shaker and started hitting meatballs all over the place. Eventually, we ran out of food, and LaGrange was a mess. All four. Then the announcement on the loudspeaker. Happy Picture Day, everyone! Recess has been canceled, so we don't want boys and girls to get dirty before pictures are taken. Mr. Kluper's class report to the gym. Oh no, shouted Andrea. My face is a mess and my hair is full of applesauce. This is the worst picture day ever. And that is the end of chapter 6. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed today's chapters 5 and 6. Tomorrow I will be doing 7 and 8. And I hope to have you see me tomorrow. Bye, boys and girls.